Have you ever felt like you're the one doing all the work in a relationship? That no matter how much you try, you're always the one initiating the calls, planning the dates, or making the sacrifices. You're not alone. Many men find themselves trapped in emotionally one-sided relationships, chasing someone who doesn't value them back. But how do you know for sure if a woman doesn't truly value you? Psychology offers clear behavioral cues that can reveal the truth. Today, we're diving deep into the 5 key behaviors of a woman who doesn't value you, backed by psychological insight. This video might be a little uncomfortable to hear, but it's better to face the truth now than live in denial. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll gain the clarity you need to take back your self-worth and walk away from what no longer serves you. Let's begin. 1. She's emotionally unavailable, but only with you. One of the most common signs that a woman doesn't value you is emotional unavailability, and not just any kind, selective unavailability. She might be bubbly and open with her friends, laugh easily around others, or engage deeply in conversations online. But with you, she's cold, distant, uninterested. Psychological insight. According to attachment theory, people with avoidant tendencies often withdraw when emotional closeness is required. But here's the key: avoidant behavior doesn't mean someone can't be emotional. It means they choose not to be with certain people. If she's emotionally unavailable only to you, it's a sign she doesn't see you as someone worth investing in emotionally. Examples to watch for: she avoids talking about feelings or the relationship. When you open up, she changes the subject or shuts down. You feel alone even when you're with her. You deserve someone who wants to know your thoughts, your fears, your dreams, not someone who makes you feel like an emotional burden. 2. She prioritizes everyone else except you. If she consistently puts everyone ahead of you, her friends, her co-workers, her social media, even her dog, it's a glaring red flag. Psychological insight. Behavioral prioritization reveals unconscious values. In other words, people make time for what matters to them. If she continually cancels plans with you but posts selfies at brunch, or says she's too busy to reply but is constantly online, her actions are louder than her words. Here's the truth. When someone values you, you become a priority, not an option. Watch for these behaviors. She only reaches out when it's convenient for her. She cancels last minute without apology. You're rarely, if ever, part of her plans. This isn't about being needy, it's about mutual respect. If you're always making room for her in your life, but she can't be bothered to do the same, then it's time to reevaluate her role in yours. 3. She never reciprocates effort or affection. Another powerful sign a woman doesn't value you is lack of reciprocity. Relationships thrive on mutual effort, whether it's through words, actions, or presence. But if you're the one doing everything, texting first, planning dates, buying gifts, offering support, while she just receives without giving back, that's not love. That's emotional freeloading. Psychological insight. According to the principle of reciprocity in social psychology, healthy human interactions are built on balance. When someone consistently takes without giving, they're signaling low relational investment. Common red flags. You initiate every conversation. Your gestures go unnoticed or unacknowledged. She rarely compliments, supports, or encourages you. You might justify this behavior. She's just not expressive. Or she's been hurt before. But consistent lack of effort is not a personality trait. It's a choice. If she doesn't reciprocate your love, it means she doesn't value what you bring to the table. 4. She disrespects your time, boundaries, and emotions. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. If she constantly crosses your boundaries, mocks your emotions, or disrespects your time, she is showing you plainly that she doesn't value you. Psychological insight. Disrespect isn't always loud or aggressive. Sometimes it's subtle, like ignoring your preferences, laughing at your goals, or making you feel like you're too sensitive. A woman who values you will protect your emotional well-being, not belittle it. Warning signs include: she's late constantly and never apologizes. She teases or ridicules you in front of others. She shares private things you asked her not to. When someone values you, they're careful with your heart. When they don't, they treat you like you're disposable. 5. She keeps you around for convenience, not connection. This one is the hardest to admit because on the surface, it can look like affection. She calls you when she's bored. She wants to hang out when she has nothing else going on. She might even flirt just enough to keep your hopes alive. But deep down, you know it's not real connection. You feel more used than loved. Psychological insight. This is called a situationship or emotional manipulation. People who don't value you will often keep you just close enough to benefit from your presence, but never close enough to build something meaningful. Telltale signs. She sends mixed signals, affectionate one day, cold the next. She disappears when she's happy but returns when she's sad or lonely. Your role in her life is undefined, never a priority, just a fallback. You might be her emotional backup, her ego boost, her safety net, but you're not her choice, and you deserve to be someone's first choice. Let's pause for a moment. If any of these behaviors hit close to home, ask yourself, why am I accepting this? What am I afraid of losing? Am I chasing someone who wouldn't chase me? It's not your job to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. Love is never meant to be earned through suffering. If someone doesn't value you, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Why you might stay, the psychology of attachment. Now you might be wondering, if she clearly doesn't value me, why can't I let go? The answer lies in attachment theory. When we form emotional bonds, especially with emotionally unavailable people, our brains experience what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, the same kind of reward cycle used in gambling. You don't get love all the time, but once in a while, she throws you a bone, a compliment, a kiss, a memory, and you cling to that, hoping more is coming. But this cycle creates emotional addiction, not emotional connection. Recognizing the pattern is the first step toward breaking it. How to reclaim your power? If you've realized you're in a one-sided dynamic, it's time to act, not out of anger or revenge, but out of self-respect. Here's how you can start reclaiming your power. 1. Stop chasing validation. You don't need her approval to feel worthy. Your value is not dependent on her affection. 2. Set clear boundaries. Don't allow disrespect to continue. Be assertive about what you will and won't tolerate. 3. Focus on self-worth. Work on building yourself. The more you value yourself, the less you'll accept mistreatment from others. 4. Surround yourself with people who value you. Choose relationships that are reciprocal, warm, and emotionally safe. 5. Walk away with dignity. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to leave. Final thoughts. You deserve better. Let me remind you of something important. You are not hard to love. You are not asking for too much. You are not too sensitive or too emotional. You just want what we all deserve: mutual effort, honest affection, and genuine respect. If a woman doesn't value you, it's not your job to convince her. It's your job to move on and make room for someone who will. Psychology tells us that we teach people how to treat us, not through our words, but through what we accept. So the next time someone shows you they don't value you, believe them. Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, knowing your worth isn't arrogance, it's survival. Stay strong, stay grounded, and most of all, stay true to yourself. Until next time, take care.